on, Rangers!
Come on, Rangers! Missed the whole game.
Solihull, a large market town in the West Midlands on the banks of the River Blythe, where resides Solihull Moors, a football club born from the 2007 merger between Solihull Borough and Moor Green, two non-league football clubs that bounced around the various levels of the non-league pyramid for much of their existence. In the 15 years since that merger, Solihull have edged their way upwards, most recently finding themselves on the verge of league football under their ninth manager, former Wimbledon legend Neil Ardley. Ardley led the club to third place in the National League last season, and with 20 minutes left to play in the playoff final against Grimsby, the club were on their way to promotion. Alas, Grimsby recovered and broke Moors' hearts. Thus, this year the Moors have both hope and expectation, as Ardley continues to guide them north to the EFL promised land. And for Marc and his team to have a chance against the promotion favourites, they're going to need to be on form and on time. But so far we've only managed to find Samuel Abd.
Took the chance to go and get some credit and went and stayed at the in-laws last night, which is north of Milton Keynes, so it's only just under an hour, about an hour from here.
You're the only one here right now?
Yeah.
How come?
The bus is delayed. Bus is delayed, which creates panic. I can imagine that Marc's panicking and the gaffer's panicking on the bus. At the moment we've had one long one, but we managed that's late kick-off, so we managed to do that in one day. And it wasn't too bad, to be fair. We get a nice coach up and stuff. It's just if there's going to be any overnighters, nothing's impacted the working week yet for us, because obviously we're part-time.
2 wins, a draw and a defeat is a decent start in the National League for a part-time club that's not expected to trouble the upper reaches of the table. So perhaps there's little pressure on the Wanderers to pick up all 3 points. Yet try telling that to their gaffer, who'll always be looking up and not down, wondering if they can spring yet another upset.
So we're going to be playing 3-5-2. What we're going to do, right, what we're going to do is we're going to fucking take these toe for toe, proper. We're going to fucking proper play these toe for toe, no fucking about. Okay, remember that, right? So, Eyes, Dan, Cheadle, Moro, Macca, Josh, Seeger, and Alf, and then we got Bobby and Niall, okay? So, 2-man pivot. They've got the highest possession in the league, okay, and they're definitely to be respected. And where we've already been good is where our formation has really caused other teams a problem that just rely upon an overload every week. And 90% of their passes, you might remember I told you, 90% of their passes go to one of the 2 centre-halves. So they can't do that. It's a full press. The game's a full press. Dallas scores loads of goals, plays out there. This boy's had a couple of all right games. This 4 are quite good. They're quite good. You'll have to talk. Gallagher, Slav, you'll have to fucking talk from behind when you see people tucking in. Isaac, you'll have to talk across the line if we're going to pass on or if we're going to go with. I think this is going to be a tough game. And I think a win here is a massive statement. But, pound for pound, we can outplay these like all day long. All day long. Right? You'll see that. Okay? But we can't be naive. These are playoff finalists. They're one of the best sides in this league. Okay? We need to remember that today. Okay? So, us really, we know that. Full press, simple. Josh, keep up the habit of the box runs. Macca scoring goals, getting in the box, edge of the box. You get their box runs. We've put more crosses in the box, 88, than any team in this division. Number 1. That's because we're doing the right things. Brilliant for the boys, Bob and Narvin playing out there. So our job here is to come here, bring the heat in the way we do, knowing that we're going to play well. We know we're going to play the pitch well. That's how we are. It's going to happen, right? So it's just about making sure the warm-up's good. We're way behind schedule. So my talking is done. So you need to get ready because we're going out in literally 15 and we need to get the dead balls done before that. So you've really got about 10 to get ready. Okay?
So delayed arrival today, what was the coach a bit stuck in traffic?
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to get used to that. Stick or twist, innit? Do you know what I mean? You leave too early, everyone's bored shitless. I'd rather be rushing a little bit, as long as it's not ridiculous, than I would, you know, hanging around service stations. So yes, I'm all right with that, to be fair. There is that extra incentive with the boys, isn't there, where they're loving being in the league, they're loving the journey, so they're enthused. And that's why it's so important to take boys with you on the journey, rather than recruit too many boys that have been there and done it. Otherwise it don't mean as much. We want to do what Wanderers do and make a statement, but there's a tentativeness of you can get whacked in this division. You can come somewhere and they can have the game of their lives and beat you 5-0. 100%. That is what this division is. And we're playing today for the first time, 11 on 11, a team that is one of the true title contenders. And this is a measure, it's cheesy but true, today will be a measure of us in this division. That's the bottom line.
Match day programme, get your match day programme. 150, match day programme.
Name's Adam. Came down to watch football. My daughter's never been to a live man's game, so thought I'd introduce her to this. Our team don't play till tomorrow, so thought we'd support one of the local non-league teams.
I've been coming here when it was Solihull Borough. So about at least, what?
20 years ago?
Yeah, 20 years ago.
When did they merge?
2007.
It's 2007, yeah.
It's just a good atmosphere, as you can see now. Fans mixing. Just decent prices, apart from the beer. Decent prices. Darryl, that's the Darryl Eels, the chairman of Solihull Moors. Decent price, yeah. It's pretty cheap to it. I mean, my dad's season ticket, it costs about less than £7 a game. It's cost me £14 today for this game. So it's pretty decent.
Been coming since about 2007. The club's merged. Originally was a Moor Green supporter. Down here on mates. Lovely club, great atmosphere.
Yeah, we know we've been to a few people we know, like, and in the bar before, and we know all the same people because they're sitting in the same seat.
I think they're trying to get the community behind the team, and I think just make a name for themselves. And I think the way that they're recruiting players and the way that they're kind of known, the club's known, is, I think, in the right direction. So.
Common sense was, if you didn't merge, my thing is there would be no club. So it was you merge or there's nothing. So it was one of those. It was like a no-brainer, really.
Because we was always just a bit below the fifth tier, but for the last 10, 15 years, I mean, we've been in this tier or the one below.
I think it's going to be a tough one because Dorking, I mean, their meteoric rise is quite scary, to be fair, of like how much success they've had over the last 20 years. I think it'll be a tough one. Hopefully that we'll scrape a 2-1, a 3-1 maybe.
Well, I'm expecting to win, especially as Dorking on and just come up. I expect them to give them a thrashing.
The Solihull Moors win. Well, I expect every game, regardless of who we're playing, I expect it every time.
I am expecting a win, obviously, being optimistic, but I don't know, you know what I mean? I'll be disappointed if we don't get a win, but you can never say.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Both teams high scoring.
Well, I don't know what kind of football Dorking be playing, but I'm hoping we're playing attacking football. Although the manager sometimes get on our nerves because he's got all his passing round the back, and then mistakes are made and somebody scores.
Very high pressing, real fast football. Occasionally I might sometimes just sit back a bit, and they've got to occasionally, but more often not. No. Very high pressing, very high tempo, really good football.
There's that many good clubs in this league, and there's that much money in this league now. You've got Wrexham, Chesterfield, Notts County. It's a real tough league, and what doesn't help this league is one automatic promotion. It's a shame, and then you've got the playoffs, which are an absolute 6 teams in the playoffs. It's a joke, really. There should be 2 automatic places. If there had been, we'd have gone up.
Whenever you've got space in front, off you go, mate. Don't fuck about. Oi, round the corner when the full-back's high. If it's touch tight to Niall, put it straight round the corner.
Watching theirs. It was minimal, didn't it?
Massively. It is literally.
This is literally just.
It is so minimal what they do. Chesterfield were the same. That's where I first noticed it.
They stretched for like 15 minutes. Because you came out 20 past, they didn't stop until like 32 minutes past. I think they did 12 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just there.
That's what we've got to keep an eye on, that sort of stuff. I've been out in Birmingham once, and I ended up in a bar where it had a revolving dance floor. Like, so you have to, it's like a You have to get, it's like one of them big, but like there, you'd have to get on it like that. He's fucking give you going round. Then he fucking got off piss. You didn't know where he started. He'd go fucking over there. Who's in charge, mate?
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't get in the 2 o'clock thing.
Okay. Good to see you.
Got here late. Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. Hello, mate.
Hiya, good journey?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Good.
All over ask is just, I've been really impressed with the following of the new law when players go to ground.
Okay.
I fucking hate fannies, to be honest. Just be aware of them boys that get that and go down, because I know the new
threshold.
Let's get on with the game. Yeah. And I've been really impressed with that. It's been dealt with really well so far, so
good.
You're next in line for
Thank
that.
you.
Have a good game, mate. I think I'll just give the message of, you don't get a second chance or a fast start. You play teams like this and you ain't fucking switched on. Do you know what I'm saying? Superb warm-up, lads, superb. Fucking excellent, well done. Well done, boys, fucking excellent. Love that. Listen, I think the key message here today is get the ball out your feet. Get it out your feet. Defensive set pieces, you'll need to be switched on. You don't get a second chance to start these games. You don't get a second chance to come back in and wish you'd had a fast start. Your chance of when you go out there 0-0 to take them apart. Listen, this is all about us, right? You don't get a second chance to make a first impression in your game. You get your head on your own game. You get the information right. If you've been slung in a fucking boxing ring, you have to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. You can't look in the crowd. You can't worry about fuck all else. You're an exceptional team. 2 wins back to back. Playing very well, right? And they know that. They know that, right? We always bring the heat. That's what we fucking do. That's 11 boys have to bring the fucking heat here, okay? All right, come on.
Marc wants a fast start from his side, knowing that Solihull will look to blitz them early on. With both teams playing similar systems, this could be a case of a hard place having a Dorking-shaped rock thrown at it.
Press! Come on now, where else are you going to put it, son?
Dorking do manage to push the Moors back in the opening minutes, but they don't quite find their way into their opponent's penalty area.
Oh!
It's a familiar pattern from Dorking as they play it across the back before going forwards, at least until Cheadle goes long, which definitely isn't on the Mark White's menu.
Cheat! Cheat! No darts!
Who's on the 8? Who's on the 8?
Coach Bede is concerned about who's going to stop Callum Maycock from unpicking the Dorking defence as Solihull begin to take control of the ball.
Stand up. Come here, Roy. Protect it. Alfie with him.
Bobby!
One out of the game, one out of the game. Dan, open your body. You're in the same 11.
I thought that all comes from Cheadle banging a big ball in possession.
The Moors have Dorking camped out in their own half, and even their defence is remaining in the Wanderers' box. Luke Moore scrambles captain Callum Howe's effort away, but Solihull keep on coming.
Time!
And ball! Mac, runners! Line!
Listen, rather than the runner calls, get Josh and Macca picking up. They're chasing the ball. That's no good for us. That's why they're on the ball. Get them picking up man for man, like they should be.
Mark's side can't get the play moved up the pitch, and a hopeful bash from Howe gives Reed a chance to put Dan Gallagher under pressure.
Alfie!
Dan and Slav do well to clear their lines, and Luke Moore drives forwards in an effort to get Dorking going again.
Forward, drive! Chino, little balls to Bob.
Dorking seem to have weathered an early storm as Solihull failed to crack open the defence. Perhaps these teams need to catch each other on the counter.
On your own now! On your own! Paul! Moro, organise here! That Jordan! Organise!
Oh my fucking God, mate. Fuck me, that shit.
Niall's poor cross has given the Moors exactly the kind of counter-opening that they crave.
Foot in! No, just keep it. We need a spell with the ball now. Keep the ball, mate.
Brothers! Moro!
What a shit start.
The Moors pop the ball around as easily as someone playing that game where you don't let a balloon touch the ground. Joe Sabara and Andrew Dallas then play an old-fashioned 1-2, giving Sabara the chance to slot past Slav Huck and make it 1-0.
Just remember, you've got to hold the ball in. Hold the ball in. Forward!
To their credit, Dorking respond with a spell of possession around the Moors' box, but they still lack any threat on Louis Molden's goal. Hang on, Molden. That sounds familiar.
Bobby! Bobby! Cross the fucking thing! Bobby! Chino! Fucking tell him!
Although he's not wearing a blood-stained white vest, the referee is about to go full John McClane and have a very bad day.
He could be off here. He could be off here. He's off, Turks.
It seems to us that Andrew Dallas wouldn't have fallen over if he was confident that he hadn't overhit the ball on his first touch. But such nuance seems lost on the referee, who may well be kind of partial to a bit of Roy Rogers, drawing his card from his pocket like a gunslinger in a duel. And for anyone who is unconvinced by our assertion that the red card was erroneous, we must point out it will be rescinded 48 hours later.
It's Dan Quick's going on.
Dan! Quick!
Quick! Dan Quick! Dan Quick!
Before the coaches can bring young Crystal Palace loanee Dan Quick on, Dorking's 10 men have to deal with a siege on their goal. Ben Coker's free kick is deflected wide, but the subsequent corner lands on the forehead of Callum Howe.
Edge!
Who's picking him up?
Howe's header looks like a comfortable clearance for Bobby Joe or Slav, and yet the ball remains untroubled on its way inside the post.
Listen! Beardo! Put Alfie out here for a minute.
As Beardy tries to get the team organised, Marc grabs a pen and works on a formation that will keep Dorking from getting buried alive. Buried alive.
Dan! Squeeze up! Jordan up! Second! Alfie, second!
I'm trying to do something that means we're not going to fucking die.
Dorking's desire to get on the attack is admirable, but Solihull were finding gaps even before they lost Philpott, and the counters are increasingly concerning.
Come on, Moro! Get it back! Dan, shoulder! Dan, open your body, runners! Roll, do the line then! No! Move again, Macca! Yes, he needs your segs! That's a free kick then, ref! Got to get up! Alfie up! Fucking hell!
Marc has settled on a system, and Jimmy Mewitt's coming on with debutante Dan Quick.
Where are they going on? Who are they coming on for?
I'll just stay back.
Stay up.
Yeah, stay up. Back and up.
Dan, just mark. Just mark corners, yeah? It's 5 and 15.
I'm just literally, it's fucking hard. I'm just thinking about 20 different things. One is we're not going to win to get Dan on. Just a bit of pace at the back, just defend.
The arrival of Jimmy Mewitt gives Dorking a new lease of life down the right-hand side, as Niall McManus moves into his preferred central position.
Go on, Jim, on your own!
2v1 in there. Go on, Jim. Get up, Moro. Up, Dan. No. Kev, is Lyle all right? Pick someone out. Drop, Dan. Drop, Dan. Dan. Leave the ball, Dan Gallagher. Leave the ball. Stay on Reed. Stay on 19. Good boy. No, you've got to stay with him. Get there, John.
Solihull once again come forwards as they tighten the knot. Turn the knot, turn the screw. They score, but it's offside anyway.
Moro, wide! Dan, wide! Come on, urgency! Forward! Best player.
Just before half-time, Dorking win a free kick and Bobby Joe Taylor floats it into the box. Dan Quick finds his shirts being pulled by Kelleher and he then gets abused by troublemaker James Clark for daring to be fouled, apparently. And the referee decides that Josh Taylor is the real problem here because he, complained about it all. Slightly odd that Marc's not complaining about the ref. For all of their possession, and they have had more of the ball than Solihull, Dorking don't manage to test goalkeeper Louis Molden. Until, seriously, why do I know that name?
Narrow, Dan!
Make sure we're right here, Dan!
The game hasn't had any player-on-player flashpoints, but Andrew Dallas looks to change that when he gets Luke moored and retaliates by lying by the ball and grabbing Luke's leg.
He's laying on the fucking ball!
Oh, here comes James Clark. Always sticking his nose in. Get him, Cheeds, get him. Yeah, well done, Cheeds.
He's laying on the ball, ref! Fool!
Obstruction, fool!
What's he supposed to do?
Now, truth be told, in the interests of self-preservation, we can't really pick fights with the officials. We'd rather let them do their thing, which is no doubt a very hard thing to do, and that way we can continue filming. But today's referee really is the fly in the ointment, the monkey in the wrench. Because that is not a foul. Even the Solihull players seem to know it, although we're not really sure what Kelleher's up to here.
Runners, Moro!
Well done, Jim.
Jimmy, well done when you come on, mate.
Have constructive chat, yeah, please? Yeah, that's fine.
Marc heads inside for a very constructive and fair chat, obviously, but the referee makes him take the mic off. At least the gaffer doesn't put it in his pocket this time. He does then hold it for the duration of the half-time team talk.
We're in this together, right? We're in this together, so it's not bollockings. We have a great start, you ping a massive diag. I'm trying to work out why. Watch the game. The game tells you we're on the ball, don't ping the diag. We get a chance to put the ball in the box, Bobby. Why do you go into five-a-side mode? Their centre arse is 6'7". When we want a ball whipped in the box to get a clip, you're delaying play, allowing their centre arse to drop back in, and then we actually don't even get in the box. We won't get away with not thinking. I don't want to keep talking about at this level. We're at this level for a reason because we're good. But we're not going to get away with not thinking. I think reaction at 2-0 down has been fucking excellent. Right? Really good. Yeah, ref is down on the crowd. We need to be careful now. Yeah, we need to be really, really careful. Right? You don't want to be missing fucking Wrexham and Notts County and all that, boys. Cheese, because I know the 90 might be tough for you. You're coming off. No other reason than that. Bobby, you're going left back. We're only a goal from them thinking, fuck. We never give in. So just think logically what happens here now, right? Don't become despondent. Don't let your body language be Dan walking out, back to goal, Dan quick, split, fullbacks get high, yeah? It's about how much now we can make this a fucking rallying cry. So to be clever, right? Next goal is important. next goal, they will think, fuck. Right? They'll think, fuck. And dead balls, defend like your life's on it. Right? Work out what's going on. It's man for man, bar the spare. Okay? Come on, boys.
It's a straight Adidas versus Macron fight today. We do like both kits. It's really hard for us here because obviously FC Football Kit are our sponsor. And we like both the kits that are out there that are not made by FC Football Kit. I guess what we're saying is FCFootballKit.com, they make really good kits too. They're up there with the best. We'll put it that way, they're up there with the best. On several occasions this season, a Dorking corner has led to problems in their own defence, and now the reverse the roles, right? As Solihull commit men forwards and neglect to remember that Jimmy Mewett is on the pitch. We'll need to unpack this a little bit here. Luke Moore has been booked for excitedly comparing James Clark's challenge on Jimmy Mewett to the one that got Isaac sent off earlier, while Clark himself is only going to get booked for stopping Mewett from going through on goal.
What's the difference, mate? Hey, how's he been booked? What's the difference?
That's one of those, right? I can see why it's given yellow, but he's off and gone. He's the quickest player on the pitch.
The Moors supporters have been silenced by Dorking's good start, and the visitors are growing in confidence as they become used to their shape, using the hard-working wide men to get them in behind the Solihull defence. While changing the GoPro batteries at half-time, we realised Louis Molden. He's formerly of Ebbsfleet. Last seen picking the ball out the net in the Season 2 series finale. A man whose name is, disappointingly, not quite the same as Fox Mulder.
Come on, oi, switch on! No, switch on!
Molden outfoxes Ryan Seeger and finds redemption, at least for giving the penalty away. He can't undo that playoff final win. Lol.
Niall, tell him Jimmy's injured. They've got to get him off the ball.
The bench have noticed that Jimmy's groin isn't in a good way, and with no subs left to use, the winger has no choice but to continue playing.
Come out, Bob. Yes, two. Six, be alive.
Travel, Bob. Man on.
One of you midfielders, get up! Jeppy, Josh, as it goes, one of you's got to go as well, yeah? All right.
What's the ball? I thought he was fucking dead a minute ago.
Huh, Jimmy seems to be okay. That's weird.
Other side. Go on, Bob, go on, son.
Go on, high now, hold now.
Forward if you can now.
Forward, Josh higher, in case it comes out. Yes, across down quick.
Dorking have largely been on top since switching to a back four at half-time, and while they are dominating the ball, they're just not making life difficult for Molden.
That's off their player.
The Moors need some respite, and the best way to get that will probably be for Alex Reid to make the most of the referee's propensity for giving soft free kicks by running into Dan Gallagher and making out he's mortally wounded. Marc had nothing to say about that decision. He felt fine about it. Meanwhile, in the crowd, a Moors supporter has accused Marc of wearing his wife's trousers.
Get your wife's jeans off!
Hey! They're your wives! They're your wives, not mine! Go on now, go on, son!
Thanks to the relentless energy of the likes of Niall McManus, Dorking continue to keep Solihull penned in. For much of the second half, the Wanderers have dominated possession.
Josh! Wait, set it up. Stay! Set it up.
Boys,
Bobby, stay.
Bob.
Next goal, lads, come on! Ref, keep an eye on it!
Yes, organised, Dan, get round the back. Dan, quick, round the back.
The only problem Dorking have now is if they commit people forwards, they just don't have the cover at the back.
Make sure we're right here, no, if it breaks down. No!
Fat.
No, I just put it back in. Everyone's up.
Yeah, but he's certainly got a better one than Slav.
Runners! Bob, stand him up! Offside anyway.
Yes, that was offside, but it was an excellent save, so we're keeping it in. When substitute Josh Kelly weaves his way inside, he throws himself to the floor with arguably the worst dive since they closed down the Angel pub in Woodhatch. No yellow card though. Solihull remain in attack mode, and this time James Clark picks a fight with the crossbar.
Come on now, we need you!
In the first half, the referee made a decision within seconds of Isaac Philpott's collision with Andrew Dallas, much to the pleasure of the Solihull fans. But now the egg is about to be on the other face.
I believe that. That's how bad he is.
Josh Kelly curls the third into the top corner, but the whistle had already gone, getting Dorking off the hook. Oh no, they're back on the hook. The slightly aggrieved Josh Kelly channels his mild frustration into the free kick that beats Slav Huck and gives Solihull the final third goal.
See you soon, mate. Upstairs if you want. You know what, mate? I'll probably have to get off. To be fair, mate, I think I'm getting a lift as well. Neil, good to see you, mate. Well done, mate. Your turn today, will it? Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Dying to send me off. Dying to. Well played, mate. Well done, mate. It's either a won't do or a can't do. That's life, full stop. Full stop. Okay? Right? You either just won't do it or you can't do it. Will or skill, they call it. If you think I'm going to remind some of you more than 3 times about what I need for basics, you are silly. And that's a shame for you. Great place to play. I'm not going to come places and gift them the game. The ball work game, the management team have to ask you to talk. Strange. You're about to play a game where you have to talk. You have to fucking give information to people, right? It's not a red card, but it actually, believe it or not, it's the only actual thing I can't blame him for, because from his angle, he probably thinks it is. Yes. But your warm-up weren't great. Quiet. Don't know why. Because when you've got the ability like you and Dan and that, like, the difference is the will to do the basics. You saw what they had. You saw what they had. The minute we went to a back 4 and could defend in more numbers, they didn't really have any ideas. I mean, we played with 10 men for how long was that? When you get sent off, Fires? 20, was it? Yeah. We played for 10 men for a long time, and for probably 75% of that spell with 10 men, we were the only team in the game. Small fine margin, when we get Jebby, we get the free kick and we go load it. Why didn't we go forward? Why? There's 5 minutes to play. They've had the ball for the last 10. We've got the ball on the halfway line. Why didn't we load it? We've ended up trying to lob the fullback for Niall, who's isolated. You shouldn't have played the ball, Jebby. You should have made sure that you knew what we were doing, because I told you. These boys should have been loaded diagonal. We get sank shit. That's the fine margin to football. You load that ball, you get a shit goal. They're like, wow, here we go. You get an equaliser and you go, wow, where'd that come from? Fine margins. Why wouldn't we load it? Do you know why? Got to load the box. 5 minutes to play. Didn't have the ball for 10 minutes. Get the ball on the halfway line. Don't load the box. I've got to say well done for, the way we fucking responded at 2-0. I've got to say well done. The way we defended was good, Dan. But, we didn't we didn't start off defensively aggressive in my book. You know, some basic pulling off shoulders and stuff, but you're going to get that. I mean, you get it at fucking Premier League. You get people pull off of people's shoulders. So I'm all right with that every now and then, right? But what I can't handle is going down on basics. So bottom line is we've achieved absolutely fuck all. You think that lot are going to push you about in the box at dead balls? And fucking Wrexham, mate, it's on another level. On another level altogether. Literally every goal a dead ball. Bullies. Right? So we've got to stop pussyfooting about, okay? We've conceded, boys, too many goals now. That's the fact of the matter. Yeah? All right? Get the gear in, lads. The pizzas are on the bus.
My job's to prep the team for what sort of game they're going to face. And my sort of pre-match was, we do us, but these aren't going to come and park the bus. They're going to come, they're rock and roll, they're going to be in our face, they're going to go for us. They're going to believe that they can open us up. And we've got to be prepared for that. So within our shape and their shape, we look at any grey areas there are, how we might exploit it.
So look, we're sightseeing in this division, right? At the moment, we've got a 2-1-2 record, which arguably is all right. But we all want the Wanderers to win, and we are passionate about winning. So we've got to do better, Rich, and I'm backing them to do better.
We did our jobs which we set up to do during the week. We made sure that we weren't exposed to Dorking's overloads. When Dorking go forward, they're good. And we tried not to be exposed by that, but at the same time, if Dorking tried to press us, we wanted to make sure that we've got a very, very good front three, front four in our team, and we wanted to make sure we tried to exploit that, and I thought we did by and large early on.
In hindsight, the team that picked was wrong. In hindsight, it should have been Seager up top on his own with McShane near to him with Jeb playing. That would have been brilliant. Do they have the will to think, right, when I go to Solihull, they've been practicing all week for what they're going to do. They're totally organised. Am I going to use the 20 minutes I get to be ready for the game in the right way? And this is the situation we've got our team in right now. Which boys are going to step up and which ones are going to step away?
I think I'm coming up to 500 games as a manager, so you learn different systems, the strengths and weaknesses. So you learn that a 3-5-2 would cause certain problems, and you've got to try and make sure people play them differently, but you've got to make sure you're ready for that. So I was really impressed. I've been impressed, the last few seasons I've followed them. Dorking are very unlucky in the year of the pandemic when the league stopped, and I think you've got your just worths. You deserve to be in this league, and I think you're going to upset a few. I really do.
It's a will or skill thing. It's, have I got the skill to do it? I think they all have. The ones that I weren't happy with.
Just try and go one better than last season. We were 20 minutes away. If we 1-0 up, 20 minutes in the final, 87 points, third in the league, 83 goals. We were very, very good last season. We were just a surprise package, so to speak. This season we're not. Everyone thinks and is sort of backing us to be up there, and we've got that little bit of pressure from ourselves, from our fans. But we believe we're good enough to be in the top 6 or 7 and roll the dice and see if we can do it. But we'll keep trying.
I just think Neil's a gentleman, and he is one of the game's really good guys, and he's super talented. Believe it or not, I remember going to a nightclub as part of a group he was in when we was 18, which is mad. And I remember Neil and what he looked like at 18, which is a long time ago. I just think that, he knew what we was going to try and do. And what his players had to do, Rich, they had to win their individual battles. And that's what they've done. 11 on 11 for 10, 15 minutes. They won their individual battles. How ironic. Down to 10. And they played against 10 for 70 minutes, and they gave their centre half the man of the match. How ironic that some of those boys thought, oh, here we go, let's get going. Frustrating, annoying, and we've got a lot to learn, but not long to learn it.
Thanks for watching Bunch of Amateurs. We really appreciate your support. We're going back to Comment of the Week. So this is from DEA, who says, please can you do more director's commentaries with Marc? Yes, we've got some lined up and we're going to put them on Patreon soon, so you can catch them there. You can also catch an extra 20 minutes of this episode there if you are inclined for longer versions.